Hello everyone, welcome. In our life, if we don't know what is right and what is wrong, we cannot act righteously. So I would like to tell you a story about righteousness. There was a king who had two sons, and the first son was called Prince Mahesasa, and the second son was called Prince Chanda. And while the two princes were still very young, their mother, the queen, passed away. Later, the king remarried to another woman as a new queen. 1 year later, the queen gave birth to another son. They called him as Prince Surya. And when the Prince Surya was born, the king was very happy. So he said to the queen, "My dear, whatever you want to ask for your son, I will give it to you and promise." So the queen says, "Thank you so much, sire. Right now, I don't want to ask for anything, but later I will let you know what I want." 10 years later, the queen said to the king, "Sire, when my son was born, you promised me that whatever I ask for, you will give me everything. Now is the time to tell you what I want. I want my son to become king after you." So when the king heard about that, "My dear, that is impossible. You can ask for anything for your son or for yourself. I will give it to you, except for the kingship, because you know that I have two other elder sons who have rights to become king after me." Whatever the king said to the queen did not agree. She continued asking the king to make her son become king. So the king beginning to worry that the queen will do something bad to his elder son. So one day, the king called for his two sons and explained the situation. And he said to his son, "My dear son, for your own safety, I would like you to go to the forest and live there. Only when I die, and you can come back to the country and become the king." So the two sons also agreed with the king. The next day, the two princes, Mahesasa and Chanda, they were leaving the palace to the forest. And at that time, the younger prince Surya saw his brother going away. So he also, without telling anyone, followed his brother to the forest. And when they arrived in the forest, they stopped and rested under the huge tree. And nearby a tree, there was also a lake. As they were very tired and thirsty from their journey, Prince Mahesasa, the elder brother, said to the younger brother Surya, "Brother Surya, we are very thirsty and hungry and tired. Can you please go to the lake and get us some water?" And Prince Surya also went to the lake and to get some water. But in that lake, there was a yaka, a demon, who lived nearby the lake. And anyone who came into the lake, he eat them all, except the one who knows the righteousness. So Prince Surya go into the water, and the yaka catch him. And he asked Prince Surya, "Do you know what the righteousness is?" Prince Surya said, "Yes, I know. The sun and the moon, they are righteousness." "No, you are wrong," the yaka told him. So he imprisoned the Prince Surya under the lake. After a while, as the Prince Surya not coming back from the lake, so the elder brother, Prince Mahesasa, began to worry. So he sent his second brother, Chanda, to go and check what happened to Prince Surya. Prince Chanda also experienced the same. He go into the water, and The Yeka catch him and ask him what is the righteousness. As Prince Chanda does not know, Prince Chanda also was imprisoned under the lake by the Yeka. So after 1 hour, 2 hours, as his two brothers not coming back from the lake, the Prince Mahimsasa himself went to the lake, and he followed his brother footprints going into the water, but he did not see any footprints coming out of the water, coming out of the lake. Yes. So he realized something might happen or catch the two brothers. So he waited with sword in hand nearby the lake, without not going into the water. At that time, the Yeka know that the Prince Mahimsasa has no intention going into the water. So he pretend to be human being. He changed his form as human being by using his magic power as a traveler. So he approached the Prince Mahimsasa and he said, "Yeah, man, you look very tired. Why don't you go into the water and have a drink?" The Prince Mahimsasa looked at the man and he saw his red eyes. He realized that this is not human. This is a Yeka, a demon. So the Prince Mahimsasa said to the Yeka, "You are the one who catch my brother, haven't you?" The Yeka admit, "Yes, I call your brother because this lake belongs to me. So anyone who go into the water belong to me too." "Anyone?" the prince asked. "Yes, anyone except the one who know the righteousness," the Yeka answered. So the Prince Mahimsasa said, "If you want to know what is the righteousness, I will tell you." Oh, the Yeka is very happy. "If you know what is the righteousness, I will be happily to hear. I want to hear about the righteousness. Please tell me." So the Prince Mahimsasa says, "But before I tell you, now I'm very thirsty, very hungry. So please give me some water." So the Yeka offered some water to the prince. After drinking water, the Prince Mahimsasa said to the Yeka, "Listen carefully, I will tell you what is the righteousness. Number one, the righteousness is those who abstain from evils are righteous. And the second is those with pure mind who follow the good are righteous." After hearing that, the Yeka was very happy with the young prince. So the Yeka said, "I'm very happy with your teaching. So for that, I want to return one of your brother. Which one do you want?" The Prince Mahimsasa said, "I want my younger brother, Prince Surya." And the Yeka said, "One Prince Surya, he is the younger one, the youngest one. You should take the elder one, the senior brother. You just know the righteousness, but you don't practice it," the Yeka said. No, the Prince Mahimsasa said, "I not only know the righteousness, I also practice it." The Prince Mahimsasa explained the reason to the Yeka why they have to come to the forest and live in the forest because of Prince Surya. If he go back to the country without Prince Surya, and he told his people that Prince Surya was called by Yeka, nobody will believe him. Everybody will think that they killed Prince Surya. So after hearing that, the Yeka was very happy. "Oh, young prince, you are very, very nice person. I'm really happy with your teaching and with what you are saying. You not only know what righteousness is, you also practice it. So for that, I want to return to all your brother to you." And also, the Yeka said, I want to protect you, the three of you, as long as you live in this forest." And the three brothers are very happily accepted the invitation of the Yeka. And then the Prince Mahimsasa said to the Yeka, "My friend Yeka, because of bad deeds in the past. Now you are born as Yeka and living on the flesh and blood of other creature. Now in this life, if you continue doing bad things, killing other people, killing living people or any living beings, in the next life you will face more suffering. So from now on, start doing all bad things and start living righteously. The Prince Surya, the Prince Mahishasura said to the Yeka. The Yeka also followed his advice, and he promised to the prince, from today on I will never kill any other living being and will start living my life righteously. So at one night, the Prince Mahishasura, looking at the sky, he saw the sign of the star, and he realized that his father passed away. So the three brothers returned to their country. They also brought the Yeka with them. And when they arrived at the country, Prince Mahishasura became the king, and the second brother Chanda became a crown prince, and the younger brother Prince Surya was appointed as a commander-in-chief. And also the king Mahishasura organized a very beautiful garden as a home for the Yeka. So from that day on, they all living happily and righteously. So in life, many people have done mistakes, but they don't know that is their mistake. Some people even know what they are doing is wrong, but they cannot stop. The bigger lesson in this story is, like the Yeka, give up his bad deeds and start living righteously according to the teaching of the Prince Mahishasura. So if we know what we are doing thing is wrong, harmful for ourselves and to the society, we should start doing it. We should do what is good things. The good thing is useful and beneficial to us and also to the society. I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you so much for watching my video.